Problems with 837 files can sometimes be difficult to figure out. In this video, we want to demystify these 837 files and show you how we troubleshoot these here at System 13. So it starts with using the right text editor. Users typically open these files with Windows Notepad like this. Sometimes you'll be able to see each 837 segment on its own line here. But if your data comes from a mini mainframe or a Unix-based system, it may end up looking like this in Notepad, just a big block of text. This is because Unix systems and Windows-based systems don't use the same end-of-line characters. When your data looks like this, it is very difficult to troubleshoot in Notepad. Instead of trying to convert this file, System 13 recommends that you download and install free software called Notepad++. You can see the name in the title bar here. This software displays text files very nicely regardless of how they were created, and it gives you some really great features that Windows Notepad doesn't offer, like line numbers down the left edge of the screen, highlighting of all instances when you double-click any value, color themes. I've selected a dark theme here because it's easier on my eyes, markers that work like placeholders. You can use these to help keep track of where you are as you scroll around in the document. Okay, so hopefully you're looking at your 837 file in a good editor now, so let's review some 837 basics. 837 files organize the data into what they call segments. We're seeing one segment per line here. Error messages from System 13 will refer to these segment line numbers, so having easy access to the line number is very helpful for troubleshooting. Each segment in this file ends with a tilde character, and each field element within each segment is separated by an asterisk. You'll also notice that every one of these segments begins with a short acronym. The acronym gives a clue for the type of data that will be in the segment line. For example, these NM1 segments. The NM indicates that the segment contains name information. But there's lots of names. Provider names, billers, submitters, patient names, insured, doctor names. So which one is it? The way you find out more information about a specific segment is through the THCIC specifications published on their website. Let's go to this link and take a look. And remember, bookmark the page when you get there. We looked under the Inpatient section and found the THCIC 5010 specification document for these 837 files. This is the very document that System 13 used to create the software that reads your 837 files. Let's search for the NM1 segment. Press Ctrl F, enter NM1 asterisk in the search box, and as we click next, we're finding all the uses for the NM1 segment in an 837 file. And here's the NM1IL, the one we're looking at. The page is organized with the segment purpose at the top, followed by description information, and then an example of what the segment is supposed to look like. Each of these field elements is referred to by number. So this is field number 1, 2, 3, etc. You can see more detail about each element by finding its number below. For example, this third element, referred to as the NM103, this is the last name or organization name. All the segment information in this entire document is organized in this way. Okay, we're on the home stretch, so stay with me for just one more minute. What if you want to find out more about a specific field instead of a segment? For example, where is the patient control number in my 837 file? Do a search for patient control number and clicking next a few times, and here's the PCN. It's in the first position of the CLM segment, which is CLM01. Here's a segment example, and here's the PCN in the first field. As we can see, CLM stands for Claim Information. Now, we should be able to locate this in our example data file. And here's the CLM segment with the patient control number in the first field element. It's very handy to know how to find the PCN in case you want to look the claim up in your in-house system. The medical record number is just a few lines down in the Ref EA segment. Okay, 20 more seconds. Here's a cheat sheet of common acronyms. You can pause the video if you want to review that. We've showed you the best way to look at an 837 file, the basics of how they're structured, how to search for any segment in the THCIC specs, and how to pinpoint where any field is located in your 837 file. Thanks for watching.